Hi, Victoria.
Hi, Tasnuma.
How are you?
Good. You?
Okay, yeah, I'm good. So I'm Tasnuma. I will be your counselor for today. You can call me, can call me Taz if you want.
Of course.
Okay, nice to meet you, Victoria.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so before we start our therapy session, I wanted to check something with you. Have you heard of counseling, confidentiality in counseling?
No, not really. Can you tell me about it?
Okay, so let me just brief you a bit for your information. Generally, when we do therapy, just be assured, whatever we discuss today and we talk about, it will stay within this room between you and me. But in any case, however, the only exception is that if I ever feel that you have any thought or intention to harm yourself or others around you, maybe in that case, I need to inform my supervisor. This is because I'm an intern in this organization and my supervisor is more experienced, which is why he's in a better position to guide me so that together we can come up with a better plan to support you in your journey. And this is also because to stop any unnecessary situation that may arise from the negative thoughts. But this is also depends on case-to-case basis. So as you can see that it is only for safeguarding you as well as our relationship as a counselor and counselee.
Okay.
So do you have any questions for me regarding this?
No, it's fine. Thank you.
Okay, great. So Victoria, what brings you here today?
So I've been basically having some issues at work. I am a bit frustrated with some of my colleagues and my boss and how kind of my day-to-day goes, where I need to do a lot of work extra because they don't do their work basically, or so yeah, that has me a bit frustrated and I would like to talk about it.
Okay, so can you tell me a bit more about it? Like, how did it start and what's been happening lately?
Yeah, so basically, my job is to sell some products, and I need someone to kind of create that product, right? So I need that person to give me the product, the information, like a lot of countless things that I cannot do by myself. But I find that lately, this person is not wanting to collaborate so much with me. So I feel like I am kind of pushing her to do her job, and in the end, she also doesn't treat me nicely. So, but also if I don't get the information from this person, then my objectives are not met. So it's kind of frustrating in that sense.
Okay, so is it a teamwork, the role that you are in?
Yes.
So if I may ask the nature of your job, is it, if I hear you correctly, it's you are in sales?
Yes.
And you have sales targets as well?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
I have sales targets.
Okay, so what is the thing that is bothering you or troubling you at this moment? Is it not meeting the sales targets or the pressure to meeting the sales targets, or is it the attitude of your colleague who is not not contributing enough?
I think it's all of it. Of course, I have pressure to meet my targets and I do my job as best as I can, but I can't work alone. So what's bothering me is many different things. Like on one side, I have a lot of pressure to meet my targets, but at the same time, the team that I have to meet those targets is not efficient and is not doing their job. So I end up spending more time chasing after them, which frustrates me. But at the same time, I keep getting the message that if I do not achieve my targets, then there's going to be an issue. So that's basically what troubles me, both things.
If I may ask, how is your relationship with other colleagues in your team or in the organization you work for?
I have a great relationship with everyone. Like I really, even with this person, like I have a very polite relationship. I've always tried to protect her. Like I try not to pass any stress onto her. Like I'm trying to basically shield all the stress that's given to me. But I feel like she's not taking care of me. So all this great relationship I have with her, I'm kind of like in this situation where I am not sure how do I want to carry on with this relationship, basically, because I am protecting her, but she's not protecting me. So overall, I would say I don't have any issues with her that are noticeable. And I don't have any other issues with anyone in the organization either.
And what is your expectation from this colleague?
That she will do her job, basically. That's my only expectation.
Okay. And is there any support system in your work that you could talk to someone about it, be it your boss or any other colleague who has experienced the same?
I have done so. I have talked to my boss, and I have talked to other people that is in a similar role to mine, but maybe in other regions. So I always get kind of like the same answer, that I am doing what's right. I'm working in the right direction, that having a polite relationship with this person is the best thing to do. But to me, it seems that at least my boss, even though she's great and she listens to me and everything, I feel like she doesn't give me the tools that I need, or she doesn't help me navigate this in a way that helps me. So these conversations really don't help me, to be honest. They are not bringing me a solution.
I hear you. You must be in a difficult situation, and it's a bit getting difficult to navigate the whole situation in the absence of support from your boss. To your knowledge, do you know anyone else has experienced the same in your team, or is it a very common scenario in your kind of job role?
I think it's, I mean, I could say it's a common scenario in the sense that all salespeople depend on the people that work in developmental products. I think not all the salespersons have the same issue, because it really depends on the person you are working with. In my particular case, this person is already at retired age, so they are probably going to leave the company soon. And they are from kind of like an old school, so they don't work at the pace that one would expect, or I would expect. And yeah, I think like because this person works directly with me and not with other salespersons, because she's in my account, I can't say that other people experience the same thing than me, because she only works with me. But I know that her boss perceives it as well, and other people that work with me have the same feeling as well.
So there is a generation gap, I would say.
I mean, I know a lot of people who are in certain age and they still want to work and they are still very, very efficient. So I would say it's more a mindset gap, a personality gap, a stage of life gap. I mean, I wouldn't know, to be honest, because this person is a great person. Like, I really like this person, but to me, work is work, and I just need her to deliver in her work, because if not, I'm not going to meet my targets. I'm not going to get my bonus. I'm not going to ever get promoted, because I will not be able to win projects with clients. So basically, it's, for me, it's as simple as that, to be honest. And there's nothing I can do. I've tried everything. I've tried to support her, have meetings with her to kind of draft the things together. I've tried to build different presentations for her to be motivated. Like, I've tried to do many things to support her, but she doesn't seem to either want to be supported or do anything differently, to be honest.
Have you thought about any plan of action that could change the scenario?
No, I mean, the only plan of action is that they move her from her role to a different role, and they put someone that's more competitive in her role. That's the only plan of action I have thought, to be honest. Or myself changing jobs. But I guess you can find these people everywhere. So I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. That is a very positive outlook, I would say, that this kind of people would actually, you will experience the same probably in a different job role as well. So you're just trying to navigate the situation with this particular colleague, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Victoria, if I ask you on a scale of 1 to 5, how much is this uncooperative attitude of this colleague is troubling you and affecting your work performance, meeting your objectives? So 1 being not very important and 5 being extremely important.
5.
5?
Mm-hmm.
That is quite high on scale.
Yes, it is, because of all the things that I've told you before, and because in my company you can't achieve things if you work alone, and at least in my role I can't work alone, so I depend 100% on someone else, unfortunately.
And if I may ask, this job role, if I understand correctly, you have to work together as a team, right? So with the bonus, if you receive less bonus, your colleague, apparently, she will also receive the same bonus as well, right? If she doesn't give her 100%.
Yeah, maybe she doesn't care as much as I do. That's why she doesn't do her job. I don't know.
Okay, and is it a quarterly bonus or it's a yearly bonus?
Yearly
bonus. Is it due soon?
No, not really. I mean, that's why I actually have the whole year to work on the projects that I need to work on to meet my targets.
So I hear you. So you still have some time to work on this work situation with your colleagues so that you can meet your targets end of the year, and also to get your desired bonus as well. So Victoria, today we talked about a few issues. We talked about yourself, your job role. If I understand correctly, you're currently facing some work issues, particularly regarding a colleague who is not being cooperative in meeting your sales targets. And since it's a teamwork, you need equal amount of participation from her side, which you have not been receiving. And she is not also giving your 100%. And it's really bothering you. And we mentioned a range of scale, and 1 to 5, 5 being very important. And you mentioned 5, which is a very high rank that is really troubling you at the moment and affecting your work performance as well. And I think the most thing that is troubling you probably is not meeting the sales targets, which is not possible without the participation of your colleague. And you have tried to talk to your boss about it, but they didn't give you enough supporting tools to navigate the challenging situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yes.
So we explored a few issues today, and I hear you that it must be a very difficult situation for you. And I'd like to explore further on this, how together we can come up with some solutions and talk about the next step. And if you're up for it, maybe I can see you for a next session in 2 weeks' time. How does that sound for you?
Sounds good.
Okay, Victoria, thank you for your time. It's nice to meet you again.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, Tess. Thank you.
Thank you.